Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I once again changed my filming setup. I'm actually sitting on my bed right now. I have propped my table up about 5 inches and I got my tripod actually on the desk now. So yeah, I'm trying this out because having the desk facing the other way wasn't working with the natural light coming in from the window here. So at least during the day when I film, right now I have my camera lights propped up on chairs, on my bar stools right now. So yeah, I still need to, bless you, I still need to reconfigure my lights once I get new lights, but that could be a while before that happens. Anywho, let's get down to what we are here for today, which is trying the Jaclyn Hill Vault. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very skeptical about the Vault. I did not purchase the original Jaclyn Hill palette. It did not appeal to me, and if we're gonna be honest, only really one of these appealed to me, and that's probably the one I'm going to be using today. I mean, I guess when these are $15 each, and in theory it should be $60 to get all 4 of them, and you're only paying $49, I guess saving the $11 is worth it if you liked at least 2 of these palettes, maybe 3. Actually, it's really only worth it if you like all 4. Sorry. Which for me, if we're gonna be honest, I think it's the one in Ring the Alarm. I really don't care for that one, and Bling Boss gives me some Norvina vibes a little bit, but I think Armed and Gorgeous and Dark Magic were the 2 that I was like, ooh, I want to play with those. So we are going to play with one of those today, but let's just talk about, this is what the Vault looks like when you buy it. You can only buy the Vault on Morphe's actual website. You cannot purchase it on Ulta.com. Ulta.com does sell each palette individually, so if you'd rather save your money, or if you'd rather redeem some Ulta rewards points, do it on the Ulta website, and then you can just purchase whichever ones you want. They do come individually, you know, packaged if you want them, but this is what the little box looks like. It does have the little velvet string to be able to pull this out. This is kind of cute, so when they display it, displays book style. That's kind of a cute little feature. Let's play with some palettes. I'm probably, whichever one I decide to use today, I might do future tutorials with the others. I almost dropped it. Okay, so I'm just gonna really quickly take the plastic inserts out of each of these and show you guys what each of the palettes looks like. So first up we have, the name of the palette is along the side here, just FYI. So this one is, I had that upside down, is Armed and Gorgeous, which is one of the 2 that I was obsessed with. I have a thing for green. Green and blue, you guys know, are like 2 of my favorite things. My only complaint about this palette, and you can kind of see it on camera too, this shade and this shade look very similar. This shade and this shade look kind of similar. And to be honest, there's 3 orange shades in here, when in reality there probably only need to be 2. And at a quick glance, this shade here and this shade here do look similar. Unfortunately, I do not have the original Jaclyn Hill palette to be able to compare if these were shades that were close to ones that eventually made it into that palette. Like I said, it never appealed. Next, I have the palette Bling Boss, which is the purpley palette. This color looks blue on camera. It's purple. Wow, okay. I will admit, this palette, the colors don't look quite the same. These 2 do look similar, however, this one is a shimmer and this one's a matte. I guess these guys could be considered kind of similar. This one's a little bit lighter, this one's a little bit darker. But there's that. There are 10 shades in each of these palettes, FYI. Here it is, the one that I was obsessed with. This is Dark Magic. Okay. And the only potential dupe-dupe-ish looking thing in here are the green and the blue down here. Do look very similar because they're both very, very dark. But yeah, there's those. And then last but not least, we have Ring the Alarm. But here is Ring the Alarm. Again, this does not look very different from, wait, did I already open this one? Did I already show you guys this one? No. I just had a moment of, why are there so many oranges? Okay. Well, I'm definitely not going to use Ring the Alarm or Bling Boss today. I'm going to either go with this one, which is Armed and Gorgeous, or Dark Magic. You know what, we're gonna go with Armed and Gorgeous. I don't know, maybe I'll do a fall tutorial featuring Dark Magic. It is the one that I'm drawn to, but I kind of don't want to play with the one that I'm drawn to, you know what I mean? I have already primed my eyes today. I did prime using my Naked Skin Concealer in Bare Neutral, and then I just set my eyes using this dude here, which I used to set my eyes before. I have primed with this concealer before in my life. I haven't recently, but I have with it, so I know how it works. So let's go ahead. I am thinking, yeah, I'm gonna take the shade Access, which is the yellowy shade down here. Do I have a clean brush? So I'm gonna take that Access shade. The mirror in here is okay. It's not the best sized mirror. It could be better, but for the price of the palettes, I guess you can't complain about that. It's pretty. It's a lot lighter than I expected it to be. The pan looks a lot darker than this is coming out of my eyes. And I am kind of, you know, blowing it out. I'm thinking I might do a cut crease. Maybe? I don't know. I don't do cut creases very often. But I kind of want to save the cut crease for the dark palette. So I'm thinking I'm just going to keep this a normal every-ish day kind of thing. And I'm sorry if you guys can see Addie in the background. He's trying to make a nest. You do get quite a decent amount of kickback in the palette, just FYI. I've kind of been blowing it off as I went and I forgot to even mention it, so my bad. How about this one? I'm gonna take that first one, ironically, is a Morphe brush. Most of these cleaner eye brushes are Morphe ones. No promotion here or whatever, but just saying. I'm gonna take the shade Agent, which is this one down here. This one looks a little bit more orangey, and I kind of want to tone it down so it blends with the brown and the green in a minute. And this is Morphe M433. And I'm actually not gonna take that brush. I'm going to take the 502 brush from Morphe. Okay, so we're a little bit orangey. I feel like I lost a little bit of the yellow. So I'm going to blow the yellow a little bit more. I'm literally doing this at the edges of where I've put the color before. It's going to be a very blown out eye look. Jesus. Okay. Unintentionally blown out. Now I'm going to take the shade Smooth Criminal, and I'm going to put this in directly into my crease and also the outer corner. I will also be going into the outer corner with the green shade, which is called Top Secret. That just basically blended away all the orange. And I'm just going to, I feel like this is looking very muddy now. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the yellow Access shade. It's going okay so far. I didn't intend for that much brown to get into my inner corner, but just kind of appeared there. And it's almost kind of made a halo, so I guess I'm gonna make this a halo. I'm gonna take the Top Secret shade and I'm gonna put this on my inner and outer thirds of my eyelid. I'm gonna use this ColourPop brush that has no name. Now I'm afraid of this being too pigmented, so I'm gonna work very slowly. Seriously? That's... I feel like it's taking a very long time to build this color up. Like, it's just straight up disappearing. And I'm going in with a lot of product on this brush. Like, I'm not skimping on product. I'm trying to layer up as much as I can, but I'm terrified about fallout. I have fallout. Right here, all over the side of my nose, I have green fallout. Great. What the fudge? It's transferred up. I have green up here now. And I've got green all over my table. Well, Just going to blend this. I'm deeming the green a failure. I'm gonna take the brown brush and just blend that out. I will be going in with a center shade in a little bit, but I have to do the other side now, don't I? Oh, joy. Maybe this color is meant to be used more as a, like, crease shade as opposed to a lid shade, but I'm guessing the same would be for that brown, and that one had no problems. So, and I get that browns are probably an easier color to create than greens, but if you can't create a green shade right, why would you use one? And just as an FYI on this collection, guys, I did not watch anyone's reviews. I watched Jaclyn's announcement video, but I did not watch anybody else's reviews on the vault. I specifically wanted to stay unbiased, unattached, the whole 9 yards. I didn't want any opinions preformed before I got my hands on it. I have green all over my desk, and I have green all over my eyes. I feel like I've made some serious dents into the green in here now, which sucks. I have a brushing away bake crap brush. I'm gonna use this guy, see if I can, okay, that's a thing. I'm anticipating needing Fix Plus for some of these shimmer shades, so I'm getting that prepped. I'm going to grab this BH Cosmetics shader brush. It's just an easy, simple shader brush. I think I'm going to go in with... do I want Guilt Trip or do I want Coin? I'm going to go with this one, Guilt Trip. Oh no, Coin. Sorry, I'm going to go with the shade Coin. Classify would also work if you want to keep this a little bit darker, but I think it needs to be livened up just a little bit. So I'm going to take Coin on this shader brush. It's okay. I need the Fix Plus. I'm like afraid of the fallout now. For some reason now I have Pound the Alarm instead of Ring the Alarm stuck in my head. And I never even liked that song to begin with. And now I'm just going to take the... I'm just taking the brown and blending out the upper edge a little bit. I think I made that spotlight a little too big, but you know what? I can always fix that by bringing in some more green. Why not? It's like not like this eye look can get any worse. Plus maybe this will help it blend into the gold a little bit better. There, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna really quickly finish the other eye, put on some false lashes, do my face brows, all that jazz, and I'll be back at the end to give you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so here we are. The look is complete. Let's just do a quick rundown of everything on my face right now. My foundation is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation in Fair Beige. I use the same concealer, Urban Decay Naked Skin. The mascara I have on under my false lashes, which are the House of Lashes Siren Lashes. I'm using the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. My lip liner is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Cans. I know I don't have anything on top of it. I just realized the last second I had nothing on my lips, so I just put that on because all my lip products are on the other side of the room and I didn't want to get up. Sorry, I'm lazy. I actually set my whole face with this, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I use mostly this guy with a little bit of dim light thrown in there in the contoury areas. And then I went ahead with this blush and bronzer duo again. Yes, they're both blushes, but the Burt's Bees blush in Toasted Cinnamon for my bronzer and Bare Peach for my blush. And then the highlight is just that center shade out of here again, just a little bit. And then for the inner corner highlight, I went in with the shade VIP in the palette, the white shade. I probably could have also gone with the goldish kind of shade, but I want something really bright and vibrant. So let's get into my review of the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I have mixed feelings. I think some of the shades perform really, really well. The yellow shade was good. The orangey shade was good. The brown, I had a little bit of trouble blending, and you guys saw my struggle with the army green color. The shimmer here in Coin was pretty okay, both wet and dry. I would definitely recommend you use this wet for sure. It's not quite as intense. Let's just really quickly swatch Guilt Trip, because this was the other one that I almost used. Yeah, a little bit more beigey. And then real quick, VIP, the one that went on my inner corner. That could also be a really good face highlight for me. But I have a hard time saying that this palette is worth the $15 when right off the bat, two of the matte shades were hard to work with. It makes it really hard for me to be like, hell yeah, go out and buy it right away. I'm sure that there is at least one color in each of these palettes that underperforms. Statistically, it's what happens. It's very rare that I've found an eyeshadow palette where none of the shadows have a problem. Even the ABH ones, I feel that way about them. I mean, it doesn't matter what brand makes the palette. There's always one shade that you're like, really? That's what you chose to go with? Okay, fine, whatever. But to be honest, like, if we're gonna break them down individually, you do not need Ring the Alarm. If you own a warm toned eyeshadow palette, you do not need Ring the Alarm, and most likely you do not need Armed and Gorgeous either. They're both very, very warm tone palettes. Now, if you're someone who is predominantly cool tone and looking to branch out, I think both of these are good options to look into because they do have a mix of cool and neutral tones in them, but they are predominantly warmer toned. If you are new to doing a smokier look or newer to cool tones, this is probably a good one to branch out to. The browns in here are on the more neutral to cool side, and then obviously the greens and blues throw it off, make it look a little bit more cool and creepy toned, I guess. As for the Bling Boss palette, since it's purple, it kind of flips between cool. I would label this as a cool palette, so there's obviously two warmer palettes, two cooler palettes. Purples just never scream out to me. Blue does, green does, purple, sometimes. I did do a Mardi Gras tutorial, like, what was Mardi Gras? It's 6 months ago at this point. I'll link that up here in the corner if you guys didn't see that tutorial. But, like, that's the kind of purple I like to work with. Not necessarily this kind of purple. And this is a purple. I'm going to reiterate that. It looks blue on camera. It's actually purple. A lot of these shades, when I look at these, and this is kind of how I felt looking at the Jaclyn Hill palette as well. And I'm not saying that every eyeshadow shade that someone creates needs to be absolutely unique, never before seen shades. It's going to be impossible to do at some point because everyone will have discovered all the eyeshadow colors you could possibly hope to have after a certain point. That's how things work. However, if you compare these palettes to, so like, if I pull up the 4 palettes I currently have in my little testing section over here, like, the I Love Sarah E Dose of Colors is different, it's unique, it's got an intriguing pattern of colors in it that still work. The Mar palette screams for me for my blue obsession. I mean, it does. But at the same time, you have the Zodiac palette by ColourPop, which was not exactly my favorite palette. I still have mixed feelings. I'm still playing around with this guy. But at least the mirror in this was really good. You know, the other palette here is my go-to 9 Shadow Quad. But I think it's hard for me to recommend this palette. One, because I don't know what you already have in your collection. I think if you're on the fence about these palettes, you're like, should I buy it? I don't think I really should. I would say don't. unless there's legitimately one or two of these palettes that are like, oh my god, I need to buy that, oh my god, oh my god. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the Armed and Gorgeous palette and the Dark Magic palette, Dark Magic palette, those are the two that I went, gimme. I only bought all four so I could eventually have reviews on all four. I am planning to have fall tutorials up, one for each palette. So here's this one. I know it's already August, but it'll be September in 2 weeks. It's no big deal. But I am planning to do some crazy tutorials with these guys. Well, I say crazy, but I mean, you know. So, Jesus, these palettes like reflect my light in the craziest manner. Ooh. So I don't think you need these palettes, is going to be my bottom line. That's what I'm going to say. Are they helpful to have if you're a big die-hard Morphe fan, which I think some of their stuff is hit or miss. Every company has a hit or a miss. I don't think these are necessary to put in your collection. I think if you're happy with your original Jaclyn Hill palette, if you're wanting to support Jaclyn, go ahead, knock yourself out. I bought these solely for the purpose of reviewing them and doing tutorials with you for these, and doing tutorials with these for you guys, because I know with fall coming up, everyone loves seeing fall tutorials with the newer released palettes. I know some people were complaining about Fallout. The Fallout wasn't super great. It was kind of annoying, especially the green shade. The shade of, what is that shade called? What's that shade called? It was called Top Secret. Top Secret got everywhere, and I know that there are other YouTubers who have reviewed this stuff, especially the first time the palette was supposed to be released back in, what, June now? It's been 2 months. And to top it off, Morphe's now releasing a brush collection or something with Jaclyn again. I just, really? Okay, but no one was really asking for it, you know? The Jaclyn Hill palette was very high in demand. I can understand where she came from. You know, she said she did these because there were over 100 shades she created or whatever, and they had to narrow it down to 35 for that palette, which is where these came from. I get that being a thing, and people loved that original palette. I get that. I feel like I don't remember people freaking out about the other brush sets that she's done with Morphe, so it's kind of like, really? Okay, if that's what they want, but yeah, I don't think it was necessary for me to spend the $49. I mean, it's only $49. I know to some people that's a lot of money. Obviously, if you can't afford it and you can afford one palette and it's the one you want, get it. That's up to you. Like I said, you can purchase it on Morphe's website or Ulta's website. Ulta does not have the vault, but you can purchase all four palettes on their site. So that's it, you guys. I'm going to give this, I think for the vault, I'm giving it a thumbs down because there are two palettes here that I'm kind of like, meh, who needs these? The one palette I did try so far is not very impressive in my book, so we'll have to see. I'm going to leave a poll up here for you guys to tell me which one of these you are dying to see a fall tutorial with, because maybe whichever one, if you want me to do the same one again, I'll put all four palettes up there. Whatever one you guys are excited to see, I will upload a fall tutorial in a few weeks with it, because I've got videos planned out for the next couple weeks. I'm also planning on doing a chatty update video soon. I think my declutter videos have already started going at this point. If they are, playlist will probably have been linked at some point in this video, or it'll be linked at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye!